Everyone, today I decided to make a quick talk about people who don't like truth, neither hearing nor saying. That is quite often seen phenomenon in life. As a result, honesty, acceptance, critical thinking, and ability to change self is not as often met as one would like to. My name is CringelordOfDoom, and today I'll talk about people who don't like truth. Well, I wish people were more honest in our life. That would solve so many problems and drastically improve life quality. I guess that is kind of idealistic since reality like truth hurts. But let's delve into the issue. You may have noticed such thing about people, maybe even about yourself, that it's way easier to accept appraisal, even if it's false, but not critique. Same goes about saying. I've always wondered why that is so, but the answer lies in the way our brain works. It naturally tries to protect our psychological state by simply rejecting the idea that we are imperfect. When people hear something that contradicts their beliefs, expectations, and self-image, they experience cognitive discomfort. All of that creates a surge of cortisol, and our brain doesn't like it. It likes dopamine. So it's way easier to reject even an attempt to rationally evaluate the things said, just to maintain our ego and brain happy. That leads to another question. Is human mind that fragile? To put it simply, no. If you'll deep dive into the human history, then you'll easily find out that humanity withstood more psychologically harsher things than just words. Constant hunger, living at the brink of death, occasional war traumas, and so on. If we're at this point of time, then suddenly our brains can deal with the same. But as of now, if you say that someone is fat, doing a bad job, or just call things the way they are, that causes so much stir. So overall life is more convenient, comfortable, and with way less risks for life. Psychological stress didn't disappear, of course, but people got less prepared for hardships. One can say that this is an unsolvable issue due to how modern life is, but shifting responsibility for it to environment isn't exactly right. People still stay in control of what they do, how they develop and grow, despite external factors. So they can pretty easily deal with a few critical remarks in regard of them, of things they do and like, but they prefer not to. I believe that is due to the lack of growth of personality caused by comfort of modern life. Some people, despite their age, mentally stay as kids. In my experience, it can be met amongst all generations. Avoiding responsibility, meeting consequences, overcoming fears and laziness isn't something all do. Doing nothing and believing that everything is fine is way simpler, and you don't need to move a finger. So, hearing truth just shatters the comfortable bubble people create around themselves. If it's shattered, they become helpless and get emotional outbursts. Subconsciously, people know the truth. When it's announced, they face something they prefer to avoid. Understanding potential consequences or need to put an effort to correct situation or change self. That's for hearing truth. Saying truth perhaps can be even more difficult, even if you're fine with hearing it. For starters, you need to be brave enough and prepared to meet consequences, which are usually serious, pressing, and long-lasting, like potentially destroying a relationship, alienation, dropping out, getting fired, or having all kinds of life troubles. In addition, it can influence people who are not involved in the matter, and it can damage them directly or indirectly. So one simple truth can easily antagonize you. Saying it takes a lot of character, but dealing with what comes next takes even more. It's hard to judge anyone who refrain from it, but those who do, they certainly deserve praise, who gathers truth and life. Well, I hope it has been interesting to listen and that it has given you some food for thoughts. That topic is just for starters. I'll try to make future ones less ephemeral and more real, but can't promise yet. That is kind of testing of the video format. Thanks for getting to the end. I fare you well, and I'll see you in the next video.